Coaches. Joe Sullivan is the bench boss for Peterborough, Derek Cruff and Jason Tassi, his assistants, and Ron Mouser Henry leads the Bears. His assistants are Clancy Alms and Chuck Brown. Officials for today's game, another top-notch crew. Kyle Coulter is the crew chief. He's teamed up with Seb Bedoin and Brad Fennell. And as we get started early on here, first possession is going to belong to the Timbermen as they come in red hot. And they put their offense on display here as it looks like Ethan Woods is going to be the starter for Peterborough. So a late change in that. And whether in that first storm are the Bears, they'll come back. Bears come in 2-3, but don't kid yourself, they've been in every game. They're a bit short-handed here, but James Whiteford gets a step, peels back around. Whiteford, a late trailer, and Lane Smith, and he's been dynamite so far for the Bears this season, and a good job defensively as working out. And how about Mr. Jake Gasparetti? Welcome to the league. Gasparetti has been dynamite. His first of the game, 15th of the season, opens the scoring here with 14:02 left in this first quarter. So transition goal right off the bat for the Timbermen, and they waste no time going to work here. And as I alluded to off the top, Peterborough comes in 4-2. Certainly their best start in a few years, and Joe Sullivan and company have them rolling on all cylinders here heading into this game. Remember, it was Peterborough 25-19 winners over Six Nations last week, and their offense just erupted. And now the Bears will set things up with Ryan Johnson. He'll dump it down. Lucas Beaver, keep your eye on him. The Beavs, crafty. Skip pass across, working to Kyle Pedwell back in the lineup for the Bears. That one stopped by Ethan Woods. And now in transition, that pass not able to haul that one home was Curtis. And now it'll be Kane Kettle the other way. He'll give way. The Ohsweken offense now to work. Eddie Renault out there. He'll split two. Curl back out. Look for a screen. Gets one. Good job of holding the stick conveniently. Lane Smith with six on the shot clock. Smith trying to put on an extra burst. Kicks it out. That shot right on. Good save, Woods. And back the other way come to Timberman. That pass knocked down. So a good job by Waylon Abrams to slow down that transition opportunity. And now keep an eye out. Sniper 16 and Cole Hanrahan on the offensive end. But the Bears almost make it a little too difficult on themselves. They'll set it up on the left side. Johnny Jimerson working with Lucas Beaver's dive, and it's stopped by Woods. And that pass knocked down, no matter. Ben Doherty will bring it over the timeline. Hanrahan will set things up on the half boards. Cole Hanrahan duck in, looking for that pass. It got deflected, and a good outlet from Austin Patty, but better transition defense by the Timbermen. Whiteford, man cutting, not able to find the mark was Jackson Martin. Pinned up on the boards there, and no reset, so it'll kick back to the top with Abrams over to Whiteford. Ball loose, Peterborough doing a good job, and that's going to be possession belonging to the Timbermen. And Whiteford will do his one-man forecheck, but a pass up will send Gasparetti away. Timbermen come in averaging 15.5 goals a game. On the flip side, the Bears just over 12. And Skylar Thomas weaving his way through traffic, gets a shot off, but it's stopped by Patty. And now a good outlet, and it's the Kettle. He'll put on the brakes. Keep an eye, because Kane Kettle got the skill to do some transition work as well, can put that ball in the net. But they've got other guys for that. Pedwell, he goes to the bounce, stopped by Woods. Good scoop pickup. And here come the Timbermen on the move. They have numbers up ahead. Brian Rice. Rice had a notion, thought better of it. And he'll settle it down. They'll work it half boards now. Aaron Woods can't find an opening. Hits a trailer, though. And Jack McAlpine, he'll curl out. 5 on the shot clock. Hanrahan, that shot right on. Stopped. Picked up, and here come the Bears. Nelson Logan with a good job, and now Whiteford. So Whiteford isolated one-on-one, waits, and if you haven't seen Gates Abrams, boy, he got a big heavy shot. Whiteford diving, trying to pick that corner, crease the call. Excuse me, and Whiteford comes up just a bit gimpy there on a good save by Ethan Woods. Doherty will give way, and Brian Rice. And if you haven't seen Brian Rice, his game involves a little of everything. So he plays great defense. He can score goals, and in transition, he's a problem as a bit of contact with Austin Patty, but no call in. I guess they figure he was pushed in, and the Bears now counter the other way. We're under 10 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Just one goal on the board so far, and it belongs to the Timbermen. Eddie Renault tried to get a shot off. Took a hit at the same time he released it. Peterborough picks it up, and they'll loft it up. Good grab there, hauled down by Trumbull. Sam Trumbull, he'll retreat, and it's McAlpine. Work it to that left side. No look pass. Brian Rice. Big save, Austin Patty. Kettle's going to pick that up. And one quick pass up into the offensive end, and it's Logan. He'll think better of it. Hang on to it. Good pressure from Bafia. Abrams swinging across. Whiteford hits the trailer. That pass picked off. Peterborough now with a chance. Roll it ahead. Gasparetti's going to run under it. Picks it up, and Patty with a great pad save. So a whole lot of pad going on there, but the Ohsweken Bears come away with it. And now it's Lane Smith. Smith puts on the Jets, and he'll flip back to the Beeve. Lucas Beaver, skip across. Rolling off one, and a beauty finish there, and that is Dalen Burning. First of the game, 6th of the season, tied at 1. Good job by Dalen Burning. Was a late show here, and I know Coach Mouser Henry, glad to have him in the lineup as he did a good job. Didn't have to do too much. It was about accuracy more so than the velocity of the shot, and he just picked that corner nicely to tie this game. Off the draw, good job digging in that circle, and Johnson now, the fake, and he's over the timeline. He's going to draw a double team, and a good job to escape that. They'll send it over to the right side, and Johnson's going to go as he didn't like the way Doherty handled him and gave him a right jab, and that's going to cost him 2 minutes and give the Timbermen their first power play of the game. And that's one of those instances where I know it's early in the game, but you got to let that one ride and know full well you're already a bit of a short bench. And when you look here that the Timbermen lead the league, 75% efficiency rating on the power play. Their issue is they're bottom in the league in the penalty kill at just 17%. Penalty kill for the Bears, 57%. So they've gotten the job done more than half the time. Timberman will work that around. Rice is the quarterback here. Of course, Downey out there, and give and go Rice right on. And Bears now with the Beeve. Lucas Beaver, one to beat. Beaver on the run, steered aside. Good save, Ethan Woods. Gasparetti, he'll avoid a check there and move it up. We are at the 7.5 minute mark. Minute 20 left in the Peterborough power play. They'll work it, and Woods sneaks it through. So Aaron Woods, I think he may have caught Austin Patty looking the other way. And Woods sneaks one in for his 10th of the season, and it's 2-1 for the Timbermen. So I'm sure Austin Patty would love that one back, as he's stopped much more difficult shots than that. And either way, just goes to show you Timbermen capitalizing on their first power play. That seems to be what they've been doing all season, and it's worked for them. As, like I said, they come in with a 4-2 record off the draw. Bafia will control, and Peterborough offense back to work here as we inch toward the 7-minute mark. McAlpine trying to turn that corner. Instead gets it over. Skylar Thomas ducks in. Dives in a twister. Oh, my. That's a skill set right there, as Skylar Thomas switches to the other side in midair and pockets his first of the game. So you get a bit of momentum off a power play goal, and then 5-on-5, you build on that. And now the Timbermen with a 3-1 lead here, under 7 minutes to go. And just goes to show you that this, of course, similar to basketball, a game of runs. But if you can shorten up a team's runs, that's what keeps you in the game. Timbermen have won 3 straight coming into this one. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row. Woods, skip pass and diving, and a good save there as a golden opportunity. Riley Curtis taking it strong, and he's been quiet in the early going. I know we're still in this first quarter, but it's Beaver, and he gives it away looking for Whiteford. Good interception there by Pollock. And now Aaron Woods. So Ethan Woods, Aaron Woods. Couple of Woods out there for the Timbermen. That pass too hard from close proximity to Rice, but Woods recovers, dumps it over, was looking for Thomas, and that's through the crease. So with 5:53 to go, we'll go to our first officials timeout. The inbounds here, set to go. The Bears tasked with bringing it over the timeline, and a good job done there by Jackson Martin. And they'll take it to the left side, swing it back to the right. Pedwell, good fake in. Pedwell! And Kyle Pedwell has come out with a little jump in his step here in this game, looking offensively like that's his priority, picks up his first, and it's a 3-2 game. I think when Kyle Pedwell first jumped into the Arenalacrosseleague, he was more of a defensive transition player, and he has evolved into an offensive threat. That, of course, is always the goal of the Arenalacrosseleague, is to make these guys better in all facets of the game. That includes the coaches and the officials. Under 5.5 to go here, first quarter. Lane Smith. They got to get him going. Got to get Lucas Beaver going. That shot picked up, scooped up. Another shot, another save by Woods. So Ethan Woods tight in the early going. Outlet pass, Lane Smith. Great hustle as he puts a wrench in that plan, and back the other way come the Bears. Beaver's going to retreat to the bench. He's going to give way now. Waylon Abrams now with a skip pass across to Pedwell. Pedwell had it, lost it, had it, then lost it, and the Timbermen now going to leg it up into the offensive end. Gasparetti's going to jump in the rush. Wrong stick side, though. So taking it himself, not able to capitalize, was Parker Sands. And now the Bears will move it up. 4.5 to go here, opening quarter. Whiteford rolls off one, kicks it back out, and they'll wait for the late trailers swinging around on the right side. Abrams, backhand pass, and good dive, but a better save from Ethan Woods. As you saw going airborne was Jackson Martin. Gasparetti trying to get a handle on it. Good hustle there. And Owen Hill tried to get it up ahead to Abrams, but not able to hold on to that. And a good stick check. Takes it away from Pollock. And Johnson hangs on to it with Pollock all over him. So Tom Pollock wearing 55. As you see, Lane Smith will swing it around. And they'll go to work with 15 on the clock. On the run, that underhand's right on as Abrams let that go. Loose in the dotted half circle. Good job to track that down, Oren Horn. And it'll be Trumbull now that'll get it over the timeline. Hanrahan. Of course, we'll have to send a shout out to Jim and Marty Hanrahan. I know they'll be listening in when this game is up and posted, keeping an eye on their grandson. They've got a couple. And his shot again right on. Stopped, though, by Austin Patty. And here come the Bears. Under 3 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Kettle dumps it off. And going to need some help. Good job of going to that ball and not letting it come to you by Jackson Martin. But 8 on the shot clock. Skip. Abrams inside, going to go shovel. That's right on by Woods, and that's really the only option that Martin had. Pass up now, and Holden Lowe's. Not the store, but number 2. And Downey now will settle things down. Looking inside, and Aaron Woods was tied up but managed to get a shot off. Good save by Austin Patty. Back the other way come the Bears. Lane Smith goes to try to use the defenders. Rebound picked up. Another save by Woods. So back-to-back good saves by Ethan Woods. Keeps that ball out of the net. Score still remains 3-2 in favor of the Timbermen. McAlpine. We're into the 2-minute warning here. Quarter number 1, Skylar Thomas puts on the brakes. He'll peel out and give it back to McAlpine. He's got some room. Thomas inside. Big save by Patty Cake. And rebound picked up. Bears going to look to move it up. And they will, as Kettle not able to corral that high pass. Instead, it's going to go back the other way with Doherty. Timberman will set things up here. Bradshaw. Aaron Bradshaw looking for some room. Skip pass. Try to catch a defender. Dunked attempt, and that's going to be a crease ball. So the dunk attempt actually ended up on the other side of the net. And not sure if we're going to our officials' timeout, if there's a penalty called or what. And there is going to be a delayed penalty, so it's going to go to Kane Kettle. So second power play opportunity for the Timbermen here with 1:16 to go in the quarter. And I tell you, you give these guys the opportunity, they are money in the bank. So they'll swing it around. Rice again at the top, working with Aaron Woods and Downey on that right side. Downey picks that up, looking for Rice. Rice gets taken down on a good cross check. Downey, though, will have some room. Skips it across Skylar Thomas. Rebound, quick stick, and Downey the finish. So second power play opportunity results in the second power play goal. A 4-2 lead. And give Jared Downey his 5th goal of the season. So 53.9 seconds left. 4-2 lead now for the Timbermen. And if you're the Bears here, an important possession here. The last thing you want to do is give up another one late, and off the draw, Timbermen control, but the Bears relentless. They forced a turnover and regain possession, but some trouble now, and it's the Beeve that'll bail them out. Cutting, Whiteford. Whiteford picks the corner. So Beaver hits Whiteford on the fly, and Whiteford buries it. And a big goal, big response. First of the game, 13th of the season, 4-3. So definitely the answer that Mouser, Henry, and company were looking for with 38 ticks left on the clock. After giving up that late power play goal to the Timbermen, you get that back now, and chance here if you can get possession. And they do, as Beaver gets chased by Gasparetti and moves it over to Pedwell. 3-second differential. Bowling his way in, going hard off the post. So a good effort there by Eddie Renault, who has some jump in his step now. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Abrams swinging across. Lane Smith on the run. Lane Smith wide of the mark. And I think Lane Smith tried to ricochet that off the boards, get his own rebound. I don't think that was an initial shot, and that shot right on, and an impressive 15 minutes in the books here. 4-3, Timbermen. Here we go, quarter number 2. First quarter, good goaltending, good goal scoring. As both two teams have traded blows, and it's a 4-3 lead for the Timbermen. And now we'll get the personnel right, and James Whiteford's going to scoop it up. Remember, switching ends, going the other way, and a good job to help out his friends is Anthony D'Amico. D'Amico going to go for a bit of a run here. Swinging around Lane Smith. Smith. And he tried to go up top. Abrams picks it up. Backhand, and I think he was looking for Lane Smith again, but instead Ethan Woods got in the way of that, and now it's Trumbull. They'll work it on the right side. Aaron Woods. Isolated one-on-one. Woods. Hesitation on the run. That shot right on, stopped by Patty. And Patty will pick it up, and a quick outlet pass. Send it away to Johnson. Johnson, wrong stick side. That one right on the logo. So an easy save there, and I'm looking at my numbers and seeing it was Ethan Woods, but it looks like 60's Wyatt King, so not quite sure if they have made a change, but it could be Ethan Woods. I'm going to double check that. We'll check with our crack team of statisticians as Aaron Woods lets that underhand go. Hanrahan got enough to keep it in play. Reset, fresh 30 now, Peterborough to work. Hanrahan had some room right in the basket as patty cake in there, and we did get some clarification. So even though we're in 60, that is Ethan Woods, so we're going to roll with that. And Lane Smith will find Burning, and it seems like Dalen Burning hasn't been on the carpet all that often in this first half. Lane Smith curls back around, 8 on the shot clock. Smith has a defender on him, steps back, underhand, just wide of the mark. Good defense by the Timbermen, and they'll pick it up now. Quick pass ahead. That's almost intercepted. Looking for McAlpine. He'll run under it. Curl back out. And McAlpine does a good job, gets it over to Thomas. Skylar Thomas has some room. Got to keep an eye. Explosive first step, as you saw, and airborne. I hate to say I told you so, but that's an outstanding move by Skylar Thomas. He got the Jets going in pockets, his second of the game. So if you're defending Skylar Thomas, you got to give a cushion there because he'll draw you out and then blow by you with that first step. So if you don't have help as a defender, you need to sort of stop the drive and force him to take a shot from outside. Off the draw, possession belongs to Peterborough. They've got a 2-goal lead here, under 13 minutes to play here in this second quarter. In case you missed it, Whitby over Brampton, 16-13 Friday. Saturday was Toronto, 15-12 winners. Over the Six Nations Snipers, Paris over Oshawa, 22-10 in game 1 of this doubleheader, and here we are now putting the wraps on week 7. Chance in transition here for the Bears. Beaver the shovel. Telegraphed that though, read that easy. Did Ethan Woods, and now it's going to be Gasparetti the other way. Has Hanrahan out the back door, thinks otherwise, goes to Brian Rice. Hanrahan! Thought he popped it in, but it went to the side of the net. So nothing doing there, and the Bears will come away and work it up into the offensive end. Good flip and good save there from Logan. And now it's Whiteford. Whiteford looking for that pass, but clearly it wasn't there, and A good job by Waylon Abrams to track it down. Not sure, and I think we have an official that may be injured here on an errant stick. It looks like Seb Bedoin may have caught a stick underneath the visor, and we'll just make sure that he's okay. And already tough enough job. I know people have been on me because I'm so gracious to the officials, but I tell you, they're the only ones that don't get a break out there. They don't get a line change. They get a brief timeout, and that's all it is. Other than that, they've got to be all eyes, ears, and feet for the entire game. So on the inbound, Riley Curtis will shoot it over, and they'll jump start the offense on the right side. Looking for the curl kick out. Curtis swing around. Thomas on the left. Thomas has Brian Rice with him. He'll kick it right. Aaron Woods. Woods. He'll drive and curl back out. Get it back to the top. Thomas trying to create some space. Woods. That shot goes off the defender's helmet. Out of play and will stay right here for 30 more. Rice inside had Thomas, but handcuffed him on that pass. It was a tough one. And now it's Kettle. He'll put on the brakes and then hesitation, take it in and give himself some room to work. Lane Smith got ahead of steam. Backhand pass. Whiteford off the crossbar. And that's going to be a penalty as Whiteford made contact. And it looks like it's going to be a legal cross-check, so Whiteford didn't go into the goaltender unaided, and it'll be a delayed penalty coming to the Timbermen. Lane Smith. Abrams. Smith changes the angle, stopped by Woods, and for the first time in this game, the Ohsweken Bears will get a man advantage opportunity. 53% coming in here, efficiency rate. Like we said, the Timbermen just 17% on the penalty kill, and on paper, odds in favor of the Bears. On the carpet, could be a different story. Under 10.5 to go here. And a 2-goal lead for the Timbermen. Whiteford will start it off. He'll be the quarterback up top. You got Burning and Pedwell on that right side. Lane Smith on the left. Smith shot. And Whiteford's going to track that down. Eddie Renault out there on that left crease. Smith lets it go, and another save by Woods, scooped up by Renault. And a cutter in Pedwell, but he just missed the mark. Burning now to a cutter, wrong stick side, and Pedwell tried I don't know if you call that an over the shoulder, over the armpit, or over the arm, or over something. Either way, easy save made by Woods. And Timbermen now with 1:12 to burn. Thomas gets some help from Rice on the screen and roll. Thomas had that one deflected, so nice and soft. Patty and outlet, and he's got the Beav. Lucas Beaver will peel out. Still 50 seconds left in the man advantage, so they'll set things up and see if they can't trim this deficit in half. Seven on a shot clock. You got to stop giving everyone a touch and attack that net. And instead, a broken play leads to an opportunity now for Lowe's. Lowe's, and he rings it off the bar. Bears going to turn that around. Lane Smith out the back door. Zip over. Abrams, big save there by Woods. And that's going to be a back-in call as it went off the goaltender, and Trumbull touched it, then went back in the crease, and out of the bench to fill the back of the net is Waylon Abrams. So with 14 seconds left, the Bears pocket a power play marker after almost giving up a shorthanded goal. And it's funny how things can change in a hurry. 5-4 now. So Timbermen certainly had their chance at the other end, but weren't able to capitalize. 8:40 to go here, first half. Off the draw, Bears gain possession. And they'll work that back door and swing it back to Pedwell on the right. Pedwell duck it in, flip back out, and probably should have kept it himself. He was open and already by two defenders. No look pass. Whiteford changes direction. That underhand right on. Rebound scooped up. Lucas Beaver behind the net, surveying the situation. Whiteford. Boy, he could stop on a dime, I tell you. Chased out. And Beaver now. Over the shoulder shot on the run. That rebound now is going to be shoveled back. Plenty of time. 10 on the shot clock. So the Bears get a break there and high stick, but no call. Lane Smith and just off the mark, and you could see his frustration as that's usually money in the bank for Lane Smith. And Gasparetti now back the other way as we get close to the 7.5-minute mark. Rice. Hard screen set, and Curtis picks it up, but it's Aaron Woods sliding in from that right side to pocket another one. Woods with his second of the game, and that's just good lacrosse instincts there as he played that carom, scooped that ball up, and it was in the back of the net, blink of an eye. So just when you think that the Bears were getting the breaks that they were looking for, a fortuitous bounce lands right back with Peterborough, and Aaron Woods buries that for a 6-4 lead. So with 7:18 to go off that opportunity, that'll take us to our second officials timeout. Here as the Bears will inbounds, trailing by 2. And we'll get set, one pass, and Kettle will move it up. So Whiteford now will set up the offense. He's got Abrams with him on the right side. He'll swing it there, working with Burning. On the cut, and a twister's good. So excellent job by Waylon Abrams. Give credit to Ron Mouser-Henry and the coaching staff, the ability to execute out of that officials timeout allows them to close the gap now to 6-5. So I think the Timbermen caught a little bit flat-footed on that play as the Bears used a good motion offense and good passing off the draw. Aaron Woods, he has been good for the Timbermen here in this opening half. Chance now ready to walk right in was McAlpine, stopped by Patty. Thomas now, speaking of being good this half, Skylar Thomas. Zip across on the skip, ducking in. Aaron Bradshaw, no goal, as he had the toes on the line, and now the Bears will move it up with Lucas Beaver. Beaver will toss it back out, and Pedwell will work it over to Lane Smith. Smith, kick it back out. Pedwell tees it up, steered aside by Woods. Beaver tracks it down, fresh clock to work with for the Bears. Smith trying to find his rhythm. That one looks like some rhythm to me, as that was a dangerous underhand right around the defender. I tell you, Lane Smith has pulled out some tricks this season that we have not seen before. And he notches his 14th of the season and ties this game at 6. So you saw after he took that last shot well over the net, hasn't been accurate at all, and that just goes to show you good players make adjustments and they're able to execute, and now it's the Beeb. Backdoor, Abrams had Whiteford, but Whiteford wasn't able to haul that one in. Didn't look like too bad a pass, but now it's going to be Tom Pollock. He's going to wait for some help and shift it over, and he'll find Rice. So a little bit of a lull has allowed the Bears to tie this one up. Hanrahan. No look pass, and almost a beauty finish on the quick stick from midair. And that was a great attempt from Riley Curtis. Bears, though, in a blink of an eye, right back at you. Abrams. And Gates Abrams, usually the heavy shooter from that right side, has become more of a facilitator. Now it's Trumbull. He's going to keep going as close as he can and rings it off the post. So Bears dodge another bullet. We're under 5 to go here, and it's the Beeve. And just a little too casual was Beeve. And now a chance here for the Timbermen. Gasparetti has Woods. Woods will think better of it and roll it back. They'll set it up with Rice and swing it around Thomas. And that's not going to happen or work anywhere, anytime here. As a quick turnover will give it back to the Bears. Backdoor, Eddie Renault looked like he was open. Instead, it's going to be a good shot. Looks like Abrams was going for number 3. And a better job, though, to track that down. Dalen Burning swings it across to the right side. Logan, his pass. Karam played. Abrams, bounce shot, too much. Wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline. But scooped up by Pollock. Has no help. Backdoor. Looked for the trailer. Had a notion. And makes a wise decision there. They'll set it up. McAlpine flips to Riley Curtis. Curtis inside looking for McAlpine, and through the crease goes Skylar Thomas, and now back comes the Beeve. Heads up the back door. Lane Smith out first, Whiteford to follow. 3:45 to go here, opening half. Beaver's going to lean in, and dump it off. Lane Smith will kick it to the top, and it's Whiteford. Whiteford fake the shovel. He'll dodge back out, get it behind the net. 5 on the shot clock, and there's going to be a penalty on the play, and it looks like Abrams is going to get it. So not Waylon Abrams, but of course Gates. And so roughing the call as Abrams took exception to whatever was done, but nothing will frustrate a coach more than a penalty in the offensive end when your team has the ball. And Rice now will start it off. Third power play opportunity of this game for the Timbermen. They're 2 for 2. And the usual suspects out there with Woods and Downey on that right side. Curtis at the top. He'll step into that top corner. So Riley Curtis and the Timbermen a perfect 3 for 3 with a man advantage. They regain the lead 7-6. So good execution on that power play, not wasting a whole lot. The Timbermen get a good look from the top of that dotted half circle, and Riley Curtis with the accuracy on the overhand finds the mark. Bears, though, get possession now, and they'll look for a quick answer, quick response. Lane Smith, the defender on him and Lowe's. He'll let the dust settle, let it go! And that's what a vet does, give and take what the defense gives you. And when they sag back, Lane Smith teed it up and buried his second of the quarter. So the answer comes swiftly by the Bears. We're tied at 7. Good to resume here as we're into the final 2:45 off the draw. Chance here for the Timbermen, but a bad pass. Handcuff Gasparetti, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty, a slashing call, and it's going to go to Lucas Beaver. So that is the case. I don't know what to tell you, but when you've gotten 3 power plays and scored on all 3, we're in a tie game. Right now, Timbermen are going to go back to work with a man advantage, and 100% is a pretty good percentage to be working with right now. As Rice at the top. And that goes right into the stick. And a chance here in transition for the Bears. And a good late check and no call, and there is a call. So great job there. Jumping in that passing lane and taking that away. And you got to give credit where credit is due. Owen Hill. And those are the little things that matter when you have your defensive team out there and they're able to do that. So an illegal cross-check will nullify that power play opportunity with 1:39 left. And now we'll play some 4-on-4 for at least that amount of time. So Downey gets called for the penalty. Renault feathered that into Whiteford, and now a chance with Rice in the basket. Brian Rice. Big save, Austin Patty Cake. And he'll move it up, and the Bears will look to counter. Whiteford. He'll wait. Lowe's on him. And Whiteford now will look to spin. Ducks back in. Rolls again, gets it over to Abrams. Abrams lets it go. Good save made by Woods. Rebound gathered by Whiteford. 1.5 left in the quarter. Abrams, and he took his eye off it, and that's going to allow it to go the other way. And running hard is Casey Swamp, and he went through the crease, so that'll be violation. But a good job on the back check by the Bears as they'll move it up, and it'll be Lane Smith that'll calm things down. 30 seconds left in the penalty, 1:05 left in the half. Give and go, and a good cross check there. Took that scoring opportunity away, and Pollock's going to be asked to run under this one. And he does a good job doing that. So in 10 seconds, the Bears will be on a brief power play, but just 42 seconds left here in the second. Woods. Penalty over now to the Bears. Shot on, and it trickles through, but not over the goal line. And then the Bears almost helped themselves with an own goal and get away with it. They zip it up. Going to have to go get that one. Not going to come to you. Chance for the Timbermen. 20 seconds left. Gasparetti. He'll think better of it. Penalty over. Team's back to full strength. No look. Hanrahan on the run. That one goes off the defender. Will stay right here. Possession to the Timbermen, and Woods will exit stage right, but Joe Sullivan will call a timeout as we get ready to go here for the third quarter. Tied 7-7, Timbermen and Bears wrapping up week 7 here of the Arenalacrosseleague. Thank you for tuning in as we look forward to the final 30 and off the draw. Gasparetti. Full extension. He's into the offensive end in a blink of an eye. And they'll set it up with Skylar Thomas. Thomas looking down low. He'll pull it back out. Swinging around. Downey. Downey has a lane. Dumps it over. Probably should have shot that instead of looking for a difficult pass. Instead, gets it back out. Thomas has room. Bounce shot wide of the mark. No reset picked up. Here come the Bears with their first possession of this second half. Jimerson. He'll give way and look for it, get it back, and a late stick check, and possession remains right here, fresh 30, Burning. He'll kick it back out. Whiteford will settle it down, and they'll swing it around to the left side. Behind the net. going for a run, looking for something. Good skip. Whiteford changed the angle, just missed. Had the top of the net open, but wasn't able to find it. And no to goaltending change as Ethan Woods out, Thomas Kizak in. And not quite sure if there's really any reasoning for that. Maybe just a time split. Either way, that's Joe Sullivan's call, and Timbermen now here on offense with Hanrahan. Hanrahan looking for someone. He'll peel around. He has room. He'll let it go. Cole Hanrahan, and he's been on target every shot. Just hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet, but he does there. First time in the game. He's got 6 in the season. And finally gets some room to operate. 8-7 in favor of the Timbermen, so they strike first here in this third quarter. The Bears have been good about answering as they trailed by the largest deficit was 2. And they have come back, and that's going to be a violation, and Ohsweken's going to pick it up. So Bradshaw will pick up the helper on the Hanrahan goal, and Abrams now kick it out. Smith, quick shot, and that one doesn't get through. Lane Smith in a race, and that goes over the timeline, picked up, and Bafia a little out of his element there, so he will wait. And I'm not quite sure what happened there as Aaron Woods went down with no one around him. And I don't know if he caught a snag on the carpet or what, but there was no one near him. And I think Woods, if you stop play, he is going to have to go off for a shift, and I think that's just the rule. So the Timbermen will retain possession. No loss there, but Woods is going to have to sit off for at least a play. And we're pretty sure that Joe Sullivan's been around long enough to know that. Well, you can't just do a quick exchange like that. At least there has to be some sort of play involved, and I think they're going to get together. Seb Bedoine's going to join Kyle Coulter, and they're going to have this discussion. Oh, and it looks like it's been rectified. Explanation, and working on that left side with that shot just wide of the mark. Rebound off the post. So Hanrahan's going to track it down, and he's going to move it over. Fresh clock to work with for the Timbermen. McAlpine gets ahead of Steen, gets chased out, sends it over Thomas. Thomas, backhand pass inside, but that's going to be a crease call. And Riley Curtis went down a bit awkwardly. He's slow to get up, but he looks like he's okay. And here comes Kettle. Up the middle. Shovel past Whiteford. Dump it back, clear lane, and pick in the far corner. So Eddie Renault finally got a little room to operate himself, and he picks up his first of the game, and we're tied at 8. So Eddie Renault, of course, a goal scorer, a proven goal scorer, and he saw that lane just open up, and 3 steps in, you give him that kind of time, that kind of proximity, and he'll be bulging every time. 12:21 to play here, third quarter. Off the draw, Timberman control. Doherty will get it back, and they'll slow it down, Parker Sands. Woods teetering on that line, does a good job to get rid of it, and now it's Thomas. Thomas harassed there, good defense on the rotation, skip switch, Aaron Woods well off the mark. And that rebound, a good late stick check. And through the crease will give possession to the Bears. Renault. He's going to tuck it in. Renault had a notion to go take it strong, but kick it back out. Wait for Lane Smith swinging around to the right. Gates Abrams. Got a defender on him. Abrams going to body him. 6 on a shot clock, but Lane Smith. So Lane Smith is finding it right now. Tell you that is third of the game, and more importantly, first lead of the game for the Ohsweken Bears, as they have come out fired up here in the third. So 9-8 to score is what I've got on my counter. And checking with our crack statistician crew, I'd like to say that we're on it. Maybe wishful thinking that it was a 2-goal lead, but it's not. And it's going to be Johnson to settle things down. Flip coming and looking for some room. So the Bears have some momentum. Pedwell almost picked up that carom. And good body to slow Trumbull down. He heads it off Gasparetti. They have numbers 2-on-1 with Bafia. Gasparetti off the crossbar. That's going to go back the other way. Whiteford uses the body, but a better job by Oren Horn as he comes away with it, and the Timbermen with a chance here. Bafia has it, and he'll wait. Hanrahan will take it up on that right side. Hanrahan, one-on-one. Duck in, has room. Hanrahan takes it in. Stopped, though, by Patty. And the Bears now bring it the other way. Kettle. Smith and Abrams, they've been a good tandem up top there. And you throw Pedwell in the mix. That shot right on, stopped by Kizak. And away go the Timbermen. And tangled up there, you see Abrams. And we're going to have a penalty call. And I think what Gates Abrams has to understand is even though someone's holding your stick, you can't punch him in the mouth for it. And looks like Bingley's going to go and Abrams going to go. So they're both going to go for rough, coincidental minors, and we'll play some 4-on-4. Thomas looks across. Woods and his quick shot through a crowd. Stuck to Patty. And now the Bears will move it up. We're under 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter. It has been a dandy. Whiteford. Peels back out. Pedwell, extra swim on that swim move. Back to Whiteford, who lost it, but it gets picked up. And just 8 on the shot clock. Curling around, and that one doesn't get through on a shot by Renault. And just dumped inside. Pedwell will leave that. And possession change. It'll be the Timbermen now to move it up. Both teams have tightened up their defense here. And the Timbermen will go to work on Owa Downey. Bradshaw, skip pass across to the left side. Riley Curtis, his backhand pass doesn't find anyone. Good job by Bradshaw. Run it down, and he's going to go into the crease, and for sure they're going to take exception to that. Good job to quell it and play on. And here comes the Beeve. Lane Smith's got some jump in his step. You can tell that right now, and he's isolated on that left side. And Lane Smith, a veteran player, he'll let the game come to him. He won't force a whole lot. 10 on the shot clock. Waylon Abrams. Abrams teetering on that line, and great save by Kizak. And now a quick pass will send Timbermen away. We're under 8.5 to go here. Third quarter. It's a 9-8 game in favor of the Ohsweken Bears. Rice. And that's through the crease, touched by Thomas. And the Bears will look to capitalize early on. But nothing doing, no opportunity there as Owen Hill thought about it. And now it's Whiteford. Abrams. Whiteford ducks in, and a big save made there as he goes into Kizak, and I think that was interference, the call, and I think it's going to be Whiteford that is going to get the penalty. And that is the case. If you get checked into the goaltender, that's one thing. If you dive in and make contact, that makes you the guilty party. And so Whiteford's going to go. The Timbermen now are going to go on the power play for the 5th time. They are 3 for 4. The man advantage. And back to work with Rice at the top. Downey Woods on the right side. Thomas and Curtis on the left. Rice. And a quick stick, beautiful move by Patty to slide across, make the save. Reset, fresh clock now for the Timbermen. Rice has Riley over there. Riley and Rice, 2-man game. Skip pass, Woods. Kettle's going to try to break that up through the crease. That'll give possession now to the Bears. They'll waste no time trying to work it up. Kettle will dodge around, and now cutting in the middle, has a chance here, and Twister finds the mark. So how about Waylon Abrams pocketing his 3rd goal of the game, and it comes while shorthanded. Bears lead this one 10-8. So with 1:17 to go in the penalty, the Bears strike for a shorty and now have their largest lead of the game, 2 goals, 10-8. So still plenty of time left on the man advantage for the Timbermen to respond. Downey has some room. Skip across. Quick, tic-tac-toe. Well done by the Timbermen as Aaron Woods provides the toe on a beauty power play marker, their 4th power play goal of the game. Woods picks up his 3rd. He has got 12. And a well-executed power play. So the Timbermen give up a shorty, but they manage to get it right back. And I think that's what you, at the very least, when you give up a shorthanded goal, is the very least you'd like. Off the draw, Gasparetti running into some trouble. Triple team, that's over and back, so that'll go possession to the Bears. And Lucas Beaver will scoop and go. They'll work it, start things on the right side, and Lane Smith will keep it there. Dalen Burning out late. Burning shot wide of the mark. Rebound and a good one-handed scoop. Here comes Lowe's. Headman up, but not able to connect with Parker Sands as Sands gets tracked down into that corner and flips back out. And a chance, good save by Austin Patty as he was positioned perfectly, and now it's Johnson. Johnson going to press the attack. He'll pull out and wait for the rest of the O, working with Whiteford. We're under 6 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Whiteford fakes the shovel, curls out. Trying to get some leverage on Rice, but can't, zips it down. Duck in on the hesitation. Renault going for a run. Renault, and he's just going to flip it, and good defense by the Timbermen. And with 5:36 to go, that will take us to another official's timeout. Back at her here with just under 5.5 to go. Hanrahan dips out, kicks it over to the left side. Teeing that one up was McNutt, and the rebound outlet now Lucas Beaver. Beaver has a man with him, 2-on-2. Beaver rolls off one, and he'll now dump it off to Renault, and Renault will settle it down. had a chance to speak to Eddie Renaud prior to the game. He said, this isn't the first team I've been with, but he's enjoying every minute. Brian Rice with the strip. Dale trying to jump into it. Rice right on as Patty closed that up and made the save. That shot right on by Renaud. And lofted up Gasparetti. He has some room. Gasparetti rolls in and scores. Gasparetti on the run in transition ties this game at 10. So a good job to see Gasparetti, and he may have been a surprise early on, but now we see that's what he does. As once he gets those long strides going, second of the game, he's got 16 goals this season so far. And a big transition marker pulls the Timbermen even with just under 4.5 to go. Off the draw, Doherty flips it blindly, and Merry Christmas right to Kyle Pedwell. Pedwell runs into one. Tough customer, though, gets it back. Abrams slides it over. Bears right back on the attack. Abrams had a notion, and he'll flip Burning, flying out. And a quick stick attempt, nothing doing. Trying to go airborne. Rebound, Pedwell right on. Pedwell rebound. Pedwell again, didn't get through. And it gets shoveled out. And the Bears now. Now, I think there should have been a reset on that play, but maybe the shot was blocked. That's why not to call. Whiteford with room. And a good save made there by Kizak. And the Timbermen weather that storm, and they'll move it up over the timeline. Delayed penalty coming to the Bears. Looks like too many men on the floor. And they've been very good about that so far in this game. Thomas with a BB that's stopped. So it's going to be a slash, not a too many. And Whiteford's going to immediately head to the penalty box. Not sure how many times you got to say it, but the Timbermen have 4 power play goals in this game. Sure, they've given up a shorty, but that is a pretty impressive efficiency rate when you talk about 6 opportunities. Thomas goes for the dunk and tucks it in. So Skylar Thomas, lost in Gretzky's office, reaches out and touches someone for his third of the game. So tack on another power play marker. That's 5 for the Timbermen, and with 3:15 to go, they have regained the lead. So if you're going to take anything away from that, it's probably stay out of the box and play 5-on-5 lacrosse, but that's merely a suggestion. And that violation will give possession to the Bears. Lane Smith will split 2 defenders, move it closer to that dot circle, puts on the jet. Smith, and he lets it go. Good save, Kizak. Outlet available in Gasparetti, and he's got a chance here. Gasparetti, a 3-on-0, and they bury it. So defensive breakdown by the Bears leads to another Gasparetti goal, his third of the game. And although the holiday season is over, that is about as giving a gift as you're going to get, as we're going to get a goaltending change. Certainly no fault to Austin Patty, who's done everything he can, but it's a 3-on-0. So I think if you're going to point the finger, it's got to be at your defense or lack thereof. And Chase Martin's going to come in. The lead for the first time, and then came roaring back with 2 straight now, and they hold that 2-goal cushion, 2:51 to play, third quarter. Off the draw, Parker Sands, he'll get it, and he'll get it to Baffia. He'll hustle over the timeline and stop, drop, set up shop, send it over to Hanrahan. Cole Hanrahan Looking for a screen on the roll, wide open with Woods, and Woods probably should have let it go earlier. Instead, he comes back with an underhand right on target. Stop, though, and a good stop by Martin. Beeve. He'll flip and retreat. They'll kick it on to that Pedwell on the right. Waylon Abrams out late. Gets a screen. Abrams to Abrams. Whiteford through a crowd, but it stopped. A late hit, and that hit's very close to a hit from behind. But I think Pollock delivered that. Sometimes the short guys get away with a little something on the big guys. And a reset will give the Bears some work here on offense. Whiteford, and they couldn't connect there. Good hustle, heading forward and hustling forward is Oren Horn. He overruns it, and now I'm not quite sure why you would do that. Brian Rice, oh, he was looking for that top corner hard. So sometimes it's about the extra effort, and there may be some players on that Ohsweken side not doing the extra, and you can't look to jump off and let someone else come on and do it. Sometimes you got to do it yourself. Pedwell bumped off the ball. Pedwell worked over in the corner, still comes away with it. 8 on the shot clock. Kyle Pedwell, some good work there. Way out and throws it away. Probably should have kept it and got a shot on net or dumped it in the corner. Instead, it's going to be deep in the offensive end for the Timbermen. Just over a minute to play here in the third. Downey, Skip, Curtis. Bradshaw has that one knocked down, but it's picked up and buried. Riley Curtis on the doorstep. Second of the game for Riley Curtis, and we've seen this script before with the Bears, fight, and then have a few lapses and fall behind and not able to recover. So important here that with 57 seconds left and trailing by 3 now, that they don't give up another one before the end of this quarter. Off the draw, Kettle. Chase puts on the brakes, curls back out, but throws it away. Gasparetti, he'll split this. Gasparetti, blazing speed. Gasparetti stopped, though. So a good job there by Chase Martin. Kill the momentum. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Beaver finds Whiteford. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Whiteford. We'll see if the short bench of the Bears plays a factor heading into the fourth. Dump off. Quick shot stopped. Kizak's been good, and it's scooped up. 8 seconds left here. On the run is Bingley. Bingley going to get a shot off. Skip over. That shot save made by Martin, and in the nick of time, we have played 3. 13-10 Timbermen. Set to go here. Just want to remind everyone it is winter and chilly outside, so dressing appropriate is just the normal thing to do. So as we get back to action here, a 3-goal lead for the Timbermen as the Bears battle and gain possession. They'll work it up over the timeline and set things up. So the Bears now have kind of taken a bit of a nap, and they need a little something here to get back in this. Tough pass to Lane Smith as Whiteford, not the best decision. That gets aired out by Kizak, and we'll give it right back to the Bears. So Pedwell will set things up, and they'll swing it over Whiteford. They'll work the 2-man game. Quick shot, bounce shot right on, stopped though by Kizak, and they'll move it right back up. Backdoor, extra man on. Good feed and wide of the mark. So a golden opportunity for McAlpine, and the Bears now with a chance to counter. Bingley with a good body check to slow down Jimerson. And Timbermen will come away with it. Now they've got a 2-on-1. Lowe's. One wrong stick side rebound picked up. And Pollock right there as he got a gift but wasn't able to beat Martin. Flip up and Bears now. Now they got to find a way to get Lane Smith involved in the offense here. It's been nothing but bad passes. And between Lane Smith and Eddie Renault. Smith! Twister, and that's going to be a crease call. Back the other way. Timberman wasted no time. Trumbull. Backdoor had Woods. Thought better of it. He'll settle it down. And send it now over to Woods on the right side. Aaron Woods dumps it off. Skyler Thomason alone, but that's crease call. That's going to go off the post and roll all the way down. And the Bears will pick it up and set it up. Under 13 minutes to go here. Pedwell. Burning. Wide open. Whiteford. Whiteford's underhand. Stopped though by Kaisick, who's right there. Quick pass up to Doherty. Has Woods. Can't get it to him quick enough as he was covered tight, and now it'll be Riley Curtis. Curtis and Rice, two-man game. And that's not going to work. Woods and the extra correct will give it right back to the Bears. Under 12 and a half now. Johnson. Renault ducks in. Eddie Renault lets it go. Quick shot. Kaisick read that like a novel and made that look easy. And the Timbermen now will zip it up almost the length of the carpet. Quick shot, McAlpine over the mark. And a good job there by the Bears as they will regain possession. Owen Hill gives it off. That one a good cross-check by Dale. But Whiteford has possession, no reset, 15 on the clock. So the Bears need to change their tactic. Now, you don't have to push that red button quite yet, but you got to go on the attack somehow, allowing that defense to set up. As Whiteford beats one but can't find the 4x4, and that shot clock violation will send it the other way with the Timbermen and Thomas. Trailer outlaid, and McNutt not able to corral that pass. Beaver in there as well. Ball loose on the carpet. Bears scoop and run into a wall, and Woods does a good job following up on the play. So right now, Peterborough outworking the Bears. They are dominating the loose ball ratio, and here now is McNutt. He coughs it up. Curtis going to try to bail him out, and that's going to be a violation on the manual count, and it'll be Ohsweken now as we approach 10 and a half minutes, give or take. Pedwell. Lane Smith. Smith off one. Smith gets checked, knocks it away. Good job, Gasparetti. And it's another 2-on-0 as Baffia this time. And he does a couple fakes and buries it. So Nick Baffia with a big transition goal. And I say transition, I use that lightly because that was a 2-on-0. And you leave your netminder hanging in the wind. And that's the thing. If you are an offensive player, that doesn't mean that you can't go back and play defense. It just means your specialty is offense. If two guys are running down the floor, you shouldn't be going to your bench. You should be hauling butt right back down the other way to do something about it. Either way, 14-10 for the Timbermen. Out of the bench, McAlpine, Twister, wide of the mark. So the Bears have kind of taken a nap here in this final quarter. Not a good time to be catching some Z's here. It was 4-3 Timbermen after one, tied at 7 at the break, 13-10 after 3 for the Timbermen. And that's not going to work, and it'll give it right back to Peterborough. So the Timbermen looking for their 5th win of the season to keep pace atop the Arenalacrosseleague as Hanrahan. Bring it back out, swinging around to the left side. Curtis. Hanrahan lets that bouncer go, stopped, and a good save, but it's fished right back out. Got to get in there, got to get the body, and the Beeve does. Can't be fishing when that's sitting right in the slot. Lane Smith handles that bad pass, gets it. Pedwell shot wide. And those are the shots from point-blank range. You got to, at the very least, make the goaltender make a save. Pedwell now, 5 on the shot clock. Pedwell, twister off the post. Sands gets it in a quick pass. Will send away Gasparetti. Gasparetti going to be in no hurry here, but he will elude a defender and bring it back. He'll retreat to the bench. Job well done. And on the cut, McAlpine, and he'll have to leave it. And it's scooped up by the Beeve. So when I mentioned in the third quarter if fatigue could potentially be a factor for the Bears having a short bench, that appears to be a factor as they just don't seem to have the same jump in their legs. Renault! Pellet in the corner, and it's stuck there. So you know you got off a good shot when that ball gets stuck in the hole of that mesh there, and Eddie Renault does a great job for his 2nd of the game. .803 to play. It's a 3-goal deficit, so the Bears certainly not out of this by any stretch. Lots of time to play. Good job by Thomas to retrieve that loose ball. Fakes the flip back. Goes airborne, rings it off the post. I don't know how, but he could switch hands in midair and still get a good shot off. Skylar Thomas just missed parking that and extending the lead. Beaver. Lucas Beaver. Backhand, try right on. It rolls in. So the Beeve comes alive when they need it. Back-to-back goals for the Bears. It's a 2-goal game. First of the game for Lucas Beaver. He's got 5 on the season, but you can see a lot of things go through Beaver. He's anchoring the defense in this game and has the ability to do whatever his team needs. So 7:36 to play, and the Bears have some life. They have some momentum. But the Timbermen have had an answer. Plenty of them so far. Gasparetti has been one of those answers. Rice gets a step. Kettle does a good job to regain. Underhand Woods goes off the crossbar, and that's going to go all the way down to the other end. So Woods will pick it up, reset, and he's going to get worked over by Whiteford. Close to being a slash there as Hanrahan ducks back in, but gets checked late, and it's picked up, and on the move, here come the Bears. Kettle thinks better of it, and he'll leave it, and it's Pedwell. So the Bears with a chance here, on a run. 10 on the shot clock. Renault ducks in. Renault goes to the far side, and Renault scores. Oh, Eddie Renault. Big goal for the KG vet, his 3rd of the game. A 3-goal run has closed the gap to 1 with just under 6.5 to go. So just when you thought the Bears had decided to hibernate, they wake right back up here and close to within 1. Off the draw, possession to Pedwell. Might have considered going on the attack there, Pedwell. Instead, they'll get it over to Smith. Lane Smith's bullet just wide. Behind the net goes right to the Beeve. Beeve's going to wait, kick it back out. Whiteford swinging around. Lane Smith can try it again. Smith has room again, he goes. That one partially deflected. And now the Timbermen with a chance, and it's Rice. Brian Rice. And he picks the corner. Oh, you talk about capitalizing on every opportunity. And Brian Rice comes up with his 8th of the season, and it comes at a fine time. So just a little careless, the Bears, as they don't get the bounce they were hoping for off the Smith shot, and instead it goes back the other way on a breakaway goal for Rice. Martin. Tell you, if there's a talk after the game with Mouser, Henry and company, it's, as you can see Whiteford peel back out, it's about how many goals they've given up on 3-0 on 0 breakaways, 2-on-0 breakaways. Beaver tucks across, tucks it in. Ward June, proud of you, Beav. Another good job, and that answer closes the gap to 1. When they've needed him, Lucas Beaver pockets his 2nd of this quarter. Comes with 5:31 to go here in the 4th. That draw flipped up almost into rafters, and taking his eye off it will allow Aaron Woods. And Woods, that's going to be a crease, and with 5:23 to go, that will take us to our final officials timeout. 23 to play. A 1-goal lead for the Timbermen, as they led by as many as 4 here in this quarter, but the Bears have come roaring back. And now it's going to be one-on-one. Eddie Renaud. Renaud getting worked over as Gasparetti on him. Renaud, the cagey vet, he gets it done. Because I tell you, Gasparetti's a handful. Burning. Off the curl. Renaud shot right on. Stopped by Kizak. Gasparetti's open, and he now will look to leg it. Has Woods, but Gasparetti had a notion, and he'll pull it back out. They'll set it up. Now, there are two thoughts to that. You could attack that because that's an opportunity, or you could pull it out and work to kill some clock, be a little more deliberate. I think with the talent you have with Gasparetti, I think you go for it. But, again, I'm not Joe Sullivan, nor do I look anything like him, so that's his call. And the Bears, in the meantime, bring it into the offensive end. They'll go to work trying to come up with the equalizer. Whiteford. Smith on the roll. He gets taken down, and no call there. And that certainly was missed. Quick bounce shot off the mark, and Timbermen are going to try to counter the other way as Bafia picks that up. So understandably, Lane Smith a bit shaken up there as he's favoring that shoulder. And now it's Thomas. Thomas. Curtis. And too much on that moving screen. Picked up and on the move. Here come the Bears. Out of the back door, it's Whiteford. Whiteford, big save there by Kizak as Whiteford rung it off the logo. And now Curtis back the other way. We're under 3.5. So a golden opportunity for the Bears to tie this one Kizak, though, didn't have to do a lot, but he did enough. Bradshaw steps into that corner. Aaron Bradshaw showing up for the 4th time here in this game. And I stand corrected as Bradshaw a little different than Aaron Woods. But the result, a positive one, nonetheless, his first of the game. 16-14, 2-goal cushion restored for the Timbermen. Off the draw. Bears get possession, dumped down. It's Pedwell. Pedwell gets knocked down, almost hockeyed it to himself, but couldn't do it, and now it's Rice. Backdoor try, underhand, wide of the mark, Downey. And back the other way, the Bears. And good job of back checking, as you can see extra effort there makes the difference. Skylar Thomas doing the job at both ends. Rice. 2.5. Hanrahan. Rice ducks in. Feathers it over. Hanrahan does a good job to get on it. Ducks in. Hanrahan, twister, wide of the mark. And good job by Curtis just to get it going the other way with 2:14 to play. So it's a 2-goal deficit here for the Bears. They don't have time for a whole lot of shenanigans. Eddie Renault shot wide of the mark. That's going to go up and over the timeline. So that'll be a violation. Possession belongs to the Timbermen with 2 minutes to play. Woods going to go for a bit of a run. Rice now will settle it down. Zip it on the skip. Wide open Curtis, and a big save by Martin. Going for the dunk and the fake, but that's a crease call, and you got to like the creativity of Riley Curtis, but he just ran out of room there. So the Bears now running low on time. Lane Smith on the dump off. Whiteford stick check late. Picked up, and it's Martin. Wrong stick side, so he'll switch hands. And he's going to have to get it over. Instead, he gives it away, but gets it back. Pedwell's open. Pedwell, what a save, Kizak. Keeping the deficit at 2. Got to look for that netminder to come out of the net as Lane Smith overruns it. Ball loose, and Dale will pick it up. And Trumbull will just get it over the line, and we're into the final minute. Good job on defense trying to close it off. Wood in there. McNutt trying to kill some time. Bears pick it up. And they're going to have to reverse it and get it out of there. They do. No call on that as Johnson was going down and out of the back door. Not sure why. Burning was coming out but not ready. And here's Whiteford. 15 seconds. Pedwell, what a save, Kizak. And it's about the timely ones. 10 on the game clock. Lofted down, and Rice can run it out. 5 on the game clock. And the Timbermen are going to hang on here for a 16-14 win. They're going to improve to 5-2. The Bears fall to 2-4. That's going to put a wraps on week 7 in the Arena Lacrosse League. Pardon me. We will see you for week 8 next week.